While I was asleep, there was a new Hd2 Warbond announced called the Siege Breakers Warbond. Well, actually, that's a lie. Right before I went to sleep, this was announced. I saw a tiny little clip of it on Instagram while I was scrolling on my reels, but I didn't watch any more than the first 5 seconds, I promise. So, I thought, alright, well, I'm going to miss reacting to that tonight because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to stay up for an extra hour reacting and editing to this, so I'm just going to react to it in the morning and hope it all works out. That's what we're doing. If I sound sick, it's because I am sick a little bit. I've got like a cold or whatever. It just really sucks. And let's react. Alright, PlayStation. No, I'm joking. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, that, about up to here is where I stopped watching because that looks like the Ultimatum's big sister. Slash brother. Slash sibling. Yeah, because I'm actually speechless. Not only is 2026 starting off with 2 back-to-back Warbonds, they've also reworked the game for 1 Warbond, so they might rework explosion damage for this Warbond. I don't know. But, oh my god. Oh. Okay, so we got a new armor set. This is definitely going to be like explosion resistance and like health buffs or something. Again, looks like a cool armor set. Can't lie. Kinda got that I'm the Juggernaut type of a feel. The cape looks alright, I guess. It's not my type of jam, but yep. We've got a hammer. We have a hammer now, a 2-handed hammer. I'm just gonna let it play for a bit. Okay, first off, let's just that that cannon right there would just obliterate them immediately. All right, let's just not beat around the bush with that. That bunker turret, dead. Okay, so we have an explosive. The one thing I don't like about this armor is the grip. Why do we have the grip? Why is it all grippy? I don't know about you, but to me that just reads grip. What are you gonna grip with your forearm? Like when you're holding like a meat mallet or something, a meat hammer to tenderize the meat, to beat your meat. That's the type of grip it has in the end. Why do you have that? Right? It's, I don't know. It just looks weird to me, and I don't quite like it as a design choice. But Arrowhead did it, and ultimately I'm willing to look past it if the armor buff is really nice. So. Alright, so yeah, definitely an explosive hammer. Then when you hit stuff, it. What's this? Okay, so we have a laser shotgun. So that's cool. That's like actually really cool. That's fucking awesome. Laser shotgun. We've got a machine grenade, well, a belt-fed grenade launcher. Rather than having a little grenade pistol, you've got a maxi gun style, lower fire rate grenade launcher. I can't see in many situations where people would use that over the explosive crossbow, but with the Redacted Regiment Warbond, maybe there'll be a new type of mission that will benefit from this Warbond. I think that's a good strategy, actually. The Redacted Regiment Warbond came out, and there was the commando missions that came out as well. I think that is a good way to announce a Warbond with a new game mechanic and a new game mission system. One of my friends was a bit disappointed, saying that, oh, so basically you need to get the new Warbond to do these missions. Although, when when we were playing, we just found that changing our attack so we're a bit less like, oh, I'm going to shoot at everything, and more like, okay, so I'm not going to necessarily shoot at everything, but if it sees me, I'm going to shoot at it type of combat. So we didn't necessarily have to get the Redacted Regiment Warbond. We just changed our playstyle a bit and we were fine. We did all the different new ones, the intel, the cameras, the regular ones. It just added a new dynamic that being exposed is more punishing than it would be regularly. But I feel like with this Warbond, the type of mission that would come out if this Warbond came out with a new type of mission would be do as much damage to an automaton thing or an illuminate thing. Like there'll be an automaton intelligence base and you got to do as much damage as you can to it as fast as you can. Or there's an illuminate communications base. It's like a huge building. You just got to put as much damage as you can on it, as fast as you can. I don't know. Just think with C4 and with this stuff coming out, it's very destructive. You know, the Redacted Regiment Warbond is more stealthy, but it still has destructive purposes on it. Don't trust that it's going to happen. I'm just dreaming. I saw an image of this, and I'm just thinking of Armor Lock from Halo, because I grew up playing a bit of Halo. So, but I guess the benefit of this is that, you know, you can still use stuff inside of it. So that Armor Lock pose, oh well. But this as a concept is really cool. So you're not having the big shield things. I hope it has more health than the big shield generator, but because it's so small, I don't think it will. I think it's just meant to be compact. But I just hope it has a bit more health, and I hope the shield generator gets another little buff as well, because they're kind of useless, because the times when you need them, they're kind of dumb and not necessary, because it's much better to just run than stay in one spot. They are kind of good in the extract valuable assets, but that's about it, you know? Calling down a vehicle. Hang on. When do we get new exosuits, Arrowhead? We need it. Come on. I'm not saying we have to get them or I hate you. I'm just saying it would be really, really nice. It would make 2026 a highlight if we got more exosuits. Not necessarily exosuit customization, but just more exosuits, right? Laser exosuits, gas exosuits, movement exosuits. Oh, but you've got the FRV for that. Think of doing it in an exosuit. A 4-armed exosuit running like a bear. That'd be really cool. Surely Super Earth has bears. Right, come on. I really don't like the big grippy pads. I like an armor that makes me feel like I'm mobile. I know that this is a heavy armor, but I just feel like the design of it is too clunky and too bulky to really be on a space combat field. You know, it's just the big plates. It's just throwing me off. It's just a personal design choice. I have, but like the grip on the face. Why is there more tactile little studs on the face? Why? There's no reason to have them there. But, you know, it makes with the whole separating it from different armor types thing, and I get that. Alright? I'm just saying, to me, it's a little bit weird. Eat 411 leveler. This looks fucking insane. Look at the size of that. Those are Helldivers. That makes me think it can go further than what the Ultimatum would. Now, it doesn't have any flames coming out of the back. That's just smoke from the heat of the gun. But those fins are making me think it can fall slower. So it can guide itself a little bit. Just so it doesn't like go crazy and everything. So it's realistic, sort of. February 3rd. I'm not doing anything on February 3rd. Also, the Redacted Regiment Warbond review is coming in. I just unlocked the assault rifle. I've been a bit busy with other life stuff, but I have gotten a bunch of Warbond stuff, so I'm going to give that a review pretty soon. Stay tuned for that. That'll be coming out later today. This Warbond honestly looks pretty fucking awesome. I've basically gone over everything I think about it while watching it, but this looks amazing. These two Warbonds, Redacted and this Warbond, look like a bright start for 2026. Now, this is just going to be given to the graph again, the up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, I basically have no other words besides this Warbond is just great. I can't wait to have it, because there's some situations where I'd like to just have a bit more firepower on me. And I feel like this Warbond is giving that. I feel like this Warbond opening up that door. And I can't wait for what else Arrowhead has for 2026. Thanks for watching, and I'll drop those Redacted Regiment Warbond reviews soon. Bye.